Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Got to give a big shout out to my man, Bubba Diesel, AAA Pool Service. I appreciate your generosity, man. I appreciate you watching, spreading the word. Thank you very much. Couple things. Number one, today was a beautiful day off work. I had taken yesterday and today off to go visit friends out of town. But of course, the China virus bullshit fucked that all up. But it actually worked out great. I had a wonderful morning with the family, slept in a little bit. And in parental terms, sleeping in is anything past 7 a.m. So we did that. It was beautiful. The kids got in bed with us. We played with them, looked at some houses online that we might want to move to. We might have found the home that we want in Goodyear, Arizona. It was a great day, man. I mean, anytime you can spend with your kids, any extra time is beautiful. And my daughter, she is the most ticklish child to ever be born on planet Earth. So it's always fun playing with her. All I got to do is put my hand near her and she starts laughing. The shit's crazy. These are the times, these are the memories we're going to look back on. And don't you remember this when you were a kid? And they're probably going to be like, no, I don't remember that. But it's a beautiful thing, man. I love it. Two things. Number one, Trump says, and no, as far as the N95 mask by 3M, he says no. We're not going to send them to any other countries until we've satisfied the need for them here in America. Of course, our neighbors to the north, America's hat, Canada, their illustrious leader, Justin, however you say that shit, Mr. Blackface himself, Al Jolson's descendant, he handled it pretty well. He didn't get mad. He didn't talk too much shit. He just said, I'll be speaking with Trump later on to try to work this out. But it makes sense. And I mean, let's be honest. Do you think in the face of mass death or illness that we would say no to any other country, especially Canada? We're the most generous and helpful nation on earth. Let some shit happen. Let a tidal wave hit somewhere. Let an earthquake hit somewhere. Let a terrorist attack hit somewhere. Who's there first? Not only are we there first, we're there with the most help, the most equipment. Who has people there with dogs sniffing through the rubble for survivors and bodies? We send them. So I don't want to hear that shit. We're not being mean, but we're looking out for our own first. Who the fuck else wouldn't do that? We got to make sure we're straight before we help other people. It's like being in an airplane. What do they tell you about the gas mask or the oxygen mask? Secure your mask so you can help others. You will do nobody any good by being unconscious because you didn't secure your mask first. So actually, that's a good correlation. So in this case, we need our masks first so we can stay alive and be healthy to help the rest of the world. That's what we do. Nobody has helped the rest of the world as much as America. Period. It's not even fucking close. So once we get our numbers right, once we have enough safety equipment, masks and whatnot, of course we're going to help the rest of the world. What's funny and ironic about this shit, and probably China's like, yes, this is exactly what we wanted. Canada is having to get masks from China. Hold up. So the very fucking country that unleashed this bullshit on the rest of the world is supplying the safety equipment. Does that sound like a setup? Create the problem, create the solution. That's fucked up. Why do we have China making our safety equipment? We can't trust them. That's like having your enemy prepare your food. You can't trust them. How many fucking times do we need to be burnt and fucked by China before we say no more? We can make our own safety equipment here. They make a large portion, over 95% of the fucking vaccines. What? We need to make our own shit here. China has proven time and time again, we can't trust them. So let's stop trusting them. Make shit here. I don't mind paying for quality. Whether it be food, whether it be supplies, whatever it is, clothing, I will pay for quality. because I know it's going to last and I know it's good. That's what you always hear. Well, the reason we don't make shit here, it would be too expensive. Well, hey, we're going to have to bite that financial bullet because this shit, the alternative, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want any more diseases and outbreaks coming out of fucking China. That's enough. That is enough. Stop it. We've had it. Thank you very much. No more viruses and pandemics out of China. Let's make our own shit right here. Making our own shit, that means we're going to have somebody to make the shit, meaning jobs, meaning more money, meaning more income. Of course, companies take their business over there because you can get a child to make it for 40 cents a month. We don't play that shit here. We have rules, we have regulations, we need a livable wage. That's a real livable wage job. Not flipping burgers. You shouldn't be making $20 an hour working at a fast food joint. I can't stand when people say, well, it's not right. We need to raise the minimum wage because you can't raise a family of 4 off of flipping burgers. Hey, dummy, come here, bring it in tight, stupid. You shouldn't be raising a family of 4 or any other number off of working at a fast food joint, off of minimum wage job. Get a higher paying job. Not only does it make it easier on you as a provider, it gives a better quality of life for your family. If you're raising a family off of minimum wage work, you fucked up somewhere. It's not the employer's job to fix that for you. Create more income, get better educated or better qualified to get a better paying job. Period. That's on you. But jobs like this, working for 3M, and any other production jobs that would come back to America and have Americans fill those jobs, you got to pay people right. No slave labor here. We had enough of slavery. We're the only damn country in the world who fought a war to end it. You don't want slavery? This is where you need to be. We don't play that shit here. Now you're going to find like a couple months back, I heard about some lady, she got busted somewhere on the East Coast. She had a fucking sweatshop in her house. Now, you're going to find individuals who deal in that kind of shit. But as a whole, as a society, and in general, we don't play that shit here. But we have to make sure we have the safety equipment for our people before we help the rest of the world. Makes sense to me. Now, again, about this coronavirus bullshit. I've heard people say it face to face in real life. I've heard people say this on TV. I've seen it in the comment section. And the other day, this crazy old fucker comes into my work. Now, they say you can't judge a book by its cover, but sometimes you can. You ever see somebody that just has too much shit on them? Like too many rings or too many necklaces or too many keys. This dude had like keys and fanny packs and a jacket around him. He just had too much shit. He looked crazy. And guess what? He was. He's talking about, oh, you see how all the sheeple are complying with all these new rules, and it's the CIA, man. It was the CIA. They should be shot, and Trump should be shot right between the eyes. What the fuck are you talking about? Dislike Trump all you want, but calling for the murder of the president is wrong. If somebody said that about Obama or any other president, that shit is wrong. Calling for the assassination of a president, you're a fucking idiot. This dude was a fucking idiot. But, oh, it's the new world order, and they're going to take over the world after this. Okay. If they're going to do that, say all this conspiracy shit, and I don't normally buy into conspiracies. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I don't normally buy into that shit. But you're talking about, okay, this is a new power grab and new world order and all that shit. Okay, fine. But who says that we have to lay down and take that? Now, if that does happen, if this is our new way of life, so to speak, or the new world order is going into its next phase, well, doesn't that make us look bad because we let it happen? Because obviously we know about it. People are talking about it. People are saying that this is what we're going through. Okay, so if you know that, why are you going to lay down and take that shit? Why don't we do something about it? Why would we fuck off and give away these lives that we built, this country that we've built? Why would we do that? Let's say your New World Order conspiracy is true. All right, let's do something about it. I don't want my life to change. I don't want my freedoms to go away. And I damn sure don't want the government getting more power. They've proven time and time again that they are fucking incompetent and can't handle shit. So why would we give them more responsibility? You keep doing me dirty. You keep fucking me over. I'm not going to give you more opportunities to do that. So why don't we do something about this new world order? Why don't we do something about this new way of life they're trying to usher in if what you're saying is true? Because that's even worse on us. That's on us. That's not on the government. They say when you come across a fool, get all that you can get. Well, if we're going to be fools and let them take our freedoms and let them push this new world order on us, we're the fucking fools. That's not their deviance or their corruption. We're the foolish little pussies who laid down and let it happen. I've mentioned this before. I got into a discussion with my wife, not an argument, a discussion, a debate. I don't know how we got there, but we were talking about how I was saying that a parent who, let's say you're a woman and you have an abusive boyfriend or something, abusive spouse. Let's say it's your boyfriend and you're allowing him to abuse your child. Physically, sexually, verbally, emotionally, whatever. You're allowing this person to abuse your child. You are feeding your lamb to the fucking wolves. My argument was the person who's feeding their lamb to the wolves is worse than the wolf. And my wife was saying, no, it's the person who's committing the act, who's committing the abuse. They're the worst one. And I disagree. Because it's your job to protect your child. It's your job to keep the fox out of the hen house, so to speak. And if you're propping the fucking door open, you're more of a piece of shit than the fox. Right? I think so. So if we know this shit's coming, we see this shit barreling toward us, well, if we stand there and let it run us over, we're the dumbass. The government's going to government. Corruption is going to be corrupt. It's up to us to do something about it. So this shit about, well, this is what they're doing and you're sheeple and you're listening. What the fuck do you want us to do? What are we supposed to do? Fuck it. I'm not obeying social distancing. I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't believe this shit. Go ahead and see what happens. Now already my work gave us a piece of paper and it says this person, and then you write your name on the line, is an essential worker. They work for an essential business. So let them go. So the reason they gave us that paper, so if you get pulled over by the police, you can show them the paper. I'm allowed to be out and about. I'm allowed to be going to do my thing. What does that mean? That means the shit's going to get more strict. That means they're going to tighten the reins. And like I said in my video yesterday, we're going to do it or we're not. It's time to shit or get off the pot. When you take a shit, do you put your ass on the seat and shit halfway in the water and halfway on the toilet seat, maybe get a little on the floor? Of course not. You don't live in San Francisco. The point is, we need to do it all. We need to quarantine, lock everything the fuck down for a month, and when we come out, we know everything is 100%. We can get back to life and back to business. There's a little bit here, a little bit that, and there's a mealy-mouthed piecemeal shit. We either do it all or we do nothing at all. What's it going to be? So either we do something to stop this so-called new world order or these new rules they're going to have or our new way of life. Either we stop it or we take it. But don't sit there and talk about, oh, this is what they're doing. This is fucked up. They shouldn't be doing it, but you do nothing about it. That's retarded. But I don't buy into that shit. I'm not going to let them take that away from me. We still have the power. Why do we forget this? Why do we forget that we have the power? We check that box next to that crook's name. We can vote these fuckers out. And everybody who's quarantining or you're sheltering in place, this gives you time to think. This gives you time to really reflect and look at our fucking government. What are they doing? Fortunately, Trump reversed that shit, but I had a video the other day where Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom, the governor of California, said that gun shops aren't essential businesses, so you can't buy guns. What kind of crazy, backward shit is that? Of course, that's how they want it. They want us to accept this shit. They want us to lay down and prepare to get fucked. I don't want that. So if that's what they're going to try to do, they're going to try to take our freedoms and have this new way of life. If I don't like it, I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to say something about it. All you fools talking shit and not doing nothing, you stay quiet. The adults in the room will handle business. But I'm not taking that. I'm not going to live my life in a different way than I did before. The only thing that needs to change after this bullshit is the way we deal with China. That's what needs to change. We're not going to hold on to this. There should be no residue of the China virus. We shouldn't hold on to any of these new rules is what I'm saying. The social distancing, not gathering in big groups. Fuck that. That's what we do. That's our life. That's the way we live it. And we're going to go back to it. And if they want to change that, we will deal with it accordingly. We will cross that bridge when we get to it. But I'm not going to stand for no fucking new world order and you guys got to do... No, they don't tell us shit. That'd be like your child telling you, all right, guys, we got a new sheriff in town. I'm going to be in charge. You better sit your no job having ass down somewhere and listen to what the fuck I tell you. You're not going to tell me what I'm going to do. We're going to tell you. We are the employers. We need to remember that shit. We are the woman. When it comes to relationships, women have the power. And it blows my mind when I talk to a woman or hear a woman say in some way that they don't believe that. Why would you not? You're in power. You're the woman. You have the vagina. You make the rules. Remember that. We the people. That still means something. As much as they don't want it to, and as much as they want us to forget it, we can't. We have the fucking power. If there's a politician telling us some shit we don't want to hear, come voting time, you need to change that. You need to remove them. If not, you're the fool. Not the New World Order, the ones who allow it to take effect. You're the problem. Now, like I said, I'm not working today. I got a 3-day weekend, so let me get back to it. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. Don't forget your Jericho Green notification tone, fanatictones.com, link in the description box. Help me stay independent. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.